Hello. Are you going to wait for me to say hi?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, hi. I'm Rachel, and this is Tim, and we're realtors in the Des Moines area.
We are with Century 21. We are the Scheib team.
Yes.
And
We try to meet every third night and try to offer up some advice. So if you have any questions throughout this little live, just let us know, and we'll try to do our best to answer your questions as we talk.
Yep, we are live on Instagram and Facebook, and we'll follow this up on YouTube, hopefully in the next few days. But yeah, so tonight we kind of have hit a standstill on what really to talk about. So I think tonight we're going to talk a little bit about
random things. We just came up with some random topics that might benefit you as buyers or sellers potentially, not even this year, but in years to come. So if you want to talk about, actually, we forgot to do our table topics.
We didn't forget. We just haven't got there yet.
Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Table
That's
topics.
from last
What is
week.
table topics?
Okay. So for those of you who are new, we pick a topic out of our little cube here called table topics, and I read a question and I have to answer how I feel he would answer the question, and he has to do the same.
Yep.
This is kind of a little icebreaker, and hey, we get to know each other a little better every time we have a live too, right
That's
in front
right.
of all of you.
Last
which is
time we learned
awesome.
one thing. Can't remember.
Okay, so the question this week is, I guess not this week because we do it more than once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which moment from your life would you choose to relive if you could? I have to answer about you, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I gotta think about that one.
I think I know. It's probably what the majority of the publics would probably be. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you have it in your head?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to say college. College sports, college basketball. Am I right?
Yeah. College is,
That was too easy.
I probably, honestly, would have got my real estate license when I was in college. That's one thing I wish I would have done. But of course, when you're in college, you never know what you're going to do. I thought I was going to be a teacher and a coach.
You were a coach for a while.
I coached a little bit, but it didn't quite turn out that way.
No.
So, and now I'm coaching her daily. All right. Maybe,
I let him think he coaches me, but
maybe not. All right.
all you wives know how that goes.
So my question, is that right, Dwight? Nope. All right.
He's saying yeah.
What quality do you think is most important in your marriage?
Ooh.
Well, that one's easy.
What?
Communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
That's probably the most important for a marriage, for work, for being a parent. Communication's heads and shoulders above everything else. So.
I would say so too.
Yep.
That was easy. Those were easy questions this time. So
randomness. We don't do the best with questions, but as far as getting them. So if you do have any questions, put them on the screen. We're live on Facebook and Instagram. Either one will work, and we'll do our best to answer them. So one thing we want to talk about today. Do you want to talk about the?
well, we were talking about if you're if maybe you're not wanting to list your house this year, but you're thinking in the future, maybe in the next 2 years or 3 years, and perhaps there's a project like putting in a patio or I don't know, doing something for your house that you're considering doing just to add some value to your house, but you're just trying to figure out if you should do it now or if you should wait till you list. We were going to talk about that. So if you want to talk about your example, then go ahead.
So there's a few of them. We all have things about our house that we just live with, and we don't necessarily take the appropriate steps to enjoy. So there's a number of times I've been to a house that's had carpet for 20 years. And they know when they go to sell it, they need to put new carpet in. And I always tell them, well, why don't you put it in now, enjoy it for a little bit before you have to move out. Unless, of course, you're terribly messy and you're going to trash it in a matter of a few months. But
Or you have a messy dog.
a prime
Or cats.
example, one of the best examples I have is I had a friend of mine's parents, and I don't know if they'll join us, but I have a friend of mine's parents who had a garage, a detached garage, but they never had power, and they didn't have a garage door opener on it. And when we went to list their house, they're like, "You think we need to do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you probably should. Every house has a garage door opener in the garage." And they had an old fiberglass door that you see on an old farm building. So they put a new door on, and they got power run to it. Cost them a total of about $2,000, which, you know, on a home, that's not a huge deal, but it's going to bring pretty good value when you go to sell. And so they did it, and the first comment they said, "We should have done that 20 years ago." And I'm like, duh, I told you that when I was in high school. But, you know, that's a prime example of doing something and at least getting to enjoy it while you live there, because you know you're going to do it when you sell it anyway. So there's a number of those types of things like...
Yeah, like a patio. I mean, I've heard people say, should we do the same patio? Should we just do... What are you going to enjoy? If you don't want to list it for 2 or 3 years, what's the point of spending all that money if it's not something that you want? So, yeah, you should think about the future, you know, buyers of your house, but you should also think about you. You should enjoy your house while you live in it too. So
Right. So did you buy a house that's got blue countertops and you've always wanted to change them? Well, you know, if you're going to sell it, you're probably going to switch your countertops. So you might as well just go ahead and put the new countertops in it and enjoy it while you live there.
yes, yep. So that's random topic number 1. Random topic number 2 we were going to talk about was townhomes and condos, and I'm going to let you take that because that was your idea.
So in our market, you know, first-time home buyers especially are looking for a place to live on their own, maybe not quite married yet or just getting married. They don't want to spend a ton of money. A condo or a townhome or something that you know, younger couples or even older couples, just someone who's wanting to not pay rent but still have an affordable payment. And a condo or townhome is a great option for that. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand is the difference between a condo and a townhome. A townhome, you own the piece of ground that it's on, even though it's a very small sliver, you own that. And you also own everything on the inside. The association takes care of everything on the outside. The condo, you only own the inside of it. And it's hard to distinguish between the two, because what really matters is when the builder or the developer turns in their permit, how they classify it as a condo or a townhome. The major difference comes in when you go to finance it. Many investors that finance the mortgages on the properties won't do a condo, but they will a townhome. And FHA, for example, FHA is a loan that many people get when they're buying condos and townhomes. But if the condo development is not approved, FHA or VA, then you can't get those loans on those properties. And the way you can tell that is a lot of times if there's a unit number, or when you look at it on the assessor page, they're not individual ones, it's just a big blob and they're all grouped together. Those are condos. But you'll also see on the assessor page, it'll say condo style, or no, townhome style, but condo is the actual classification. So it can be complicated at times, but you definitely want to ask your lender before you get too excited about a place. If you are looking to do the FHA style loan, you know, is this going to qualify for you? So
Yes, that's I've had some buyers that went early in the business when I didn't know that have fell in love with the wrong property and they couldn't get financing on it. So, and I know there's other realtors that have had that happen as well. So lenders have been very good about educating realtors and their clients on that. So something to keep in mind
absolutely,
if you're a townhome or condo buyer.
Yep.
So,
or if you have one to sell.
Yes.
We had one deal that just about fell apart because the association was up to renew it, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't think we're going to renew it." And at the time, it's a pretty decent investment it's a decent investment for the association to stay FHA and VA approved. But overall, all the homeowners, it's much more valuable to be able to market it to all those buyers as well. So
Yep.
they did re-up it, which helped a ton. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, I don't think we have any other really serious topics here, do we?
No, we did kind of talk a little bit about the difference between a reality couple and that work together.
Okay, so if you're like us, we like to watch HGTV to get ideas and just see kind of what the current trends are with housing and new construction and remodeling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We've noticed there's some discrepancies with the way that they do business and the way that we do business. I don't think it's a location thing. I think it's just, you know, a TV thing. They try to make things shorter and, you know,
Seem a little different on TV.
Yeah. So we were trying to figure out, what are the most obvious things that are different that we can see working together in the real world.
We have no prep for this, by the way, so
No.
this ought to be interesting.
This will be really candid. The biggest thing was I thought, man, Chip and Joanna, they just have the perfect marriage. They're just so cute. She's so great. He's so wonderful and so supportive, and they just never have any arguments. And if they do, they're just cute little lover spats. And Tip and I are like, that's not real.
Well, they showed outtakes the other day, and she punched him really hard in the arm. And you could tell he was trying to keep it together, but he was actually kind of mad. But
Okay, so maybe they just need to show more outtakes and have that be more like
Yeah.
real life, because that's certainly what our daily life is like.
And I think a real life couple, they don't actually work together all the time. I mean, if you're both working in the same industry on the ssame project, one's got to do one thing and the other one's got to do another. So it's not like you're always there giving each other support and being each other's cheerleader. Although you like to be, it's just not reality.
I would say we spend probably less than 10% of the time together, just because I'm doing one thing and he's doing the other, and that's one of our strengths, is that we have two agents working for the same team, and
Yep.
and a full-time assistant and another agent helping us out too. So we've got plenty of help, but we're not all on the same job at the same time. We might have meetings together, but it's we just have different things going on, and you
Yep.
have to be 5 different places at one time. So yes, we love them too. I love Chip and Joanna a lot. I probably watch HTV. That's probably one of the only things, that and Dateline, which I probably shouldn't watch Dateline. It's kind of scary.
And
but
that's a scary.
it is scary.
Random thought.
Does anybody
again.
else watch Dateline and
So-
HGTV? Is that just a weird mix of shows to watch?
It is, and
Is
being
it?
in real estate, there's a number of those Datelines about
Yeah, that
crazy
is true.
people and realtors and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just gotta be
If
safe.
I'm out showing homes at night and she's watching Dateline or 60 Minutes or whatever the heck they are, I'll get phone calls.
I can't.
I hear somebody outside.
I can't. Lester Holt. He just sucks you right in. He
Yeah.
sucks you right in.
Well, see, Kelly's just like you.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. At least one person. Dora, thank you. It's not weird. I'm not weird. I like weird shows. If it were him, he'd be watching Gold Rush. What else? Sports, obviously.
Treasure Island, Arctic Gold was all right. I think that's what it was called.
Oh yes, all those gold shows where every other word is beep,
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 beep, beep.
beep,
Yeah,
Beep.
but they're good.
beep. That's all I hear.
That or basketball.
Yeah.
But those are gone now, so basketball's out.
Yeah.
I guess the NBA's on. Actually, we have it on TV right now.
So, Bachelor, Bachelorette. Okay, so the last Bachelor I watched was when Chris Soules was on it, and I have not followed it. I don't know. I haven't had time to keep up with it.
You know, I'm such a good husband. I did record a series of Bachelor because I thought she was going to want to watch it because she made a big deal out of it, but then she never watched it. So
Dateline took its spot.
she watches Dateline all the time.
It's true. Yeah, I can't help it. In college, it was Unsolved Mysteries. Did you ever watch that show?
You know,
Unsolved
when we
Mysteries.
first met, we watched almost every episode of Ghost Adventures. And
I
it was-
wouldn't tell
and it was-
everybody that.
It was funny because when we first started watching, I'm like, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. But then all of a sudden, I'm like watching it.
It hooks you in, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
See?
Yeah,
See
so
what I mean?
I had this little apartment and I didn't even have cable, so we watched it on my iPad, which I won from Century 21. Watched it on our iPad on my air mattress. That's the glory of it.
Oh my gosh.
Super true.
Yeah, well, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. So
Reagan's over there laughing.
Reagan's one of our 5 children.
Yeah, the 2 littles are sleeping and the other one's over here just listening and probably
The
trying not to
14-year-old's
laugh.
super embarrassed because we're live.
We asked if she wanted to join us and she said no.
Then,
Surprisingly.
why not?
I don't know.
Anyway, so back to it. If anybody has any questions, feel free to comment. And if we missed any, we apologize. We will we'll reply back here on Facebook, or Instagram doesn't stay on, so probably Facebook would be your best place to ask a question.
Yep.
So
But I don't see any more questions or
hey, and
comments.
throw us any topics that you guys want, because it's hard to keep coming up with topics every night. And one thing we're going to do is we're going to stay consistent, because I think that's what's important with these videos. So
Yeah.
we might do a lot of babbling in the future if you don't help us out with some topics. So
please help us out.
Please.
We're desperate.
Desperate. Super.
But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.